Jalen Thomas had always kept his head down. In a town like Millridge, Georgia, where Friday night lights outshone any future beyond the county line, staying invisible was survival. His mama said so. Don't give them no reason to look at you, baby. Be respectful. Be quiet. Be smart. She said it every time he left the house. So Jalen did just that. He kept his grades up. He picked up shifts at the local auto shop after school. He wore his school ID around his neck even when he didn't have to. He never ran, never raised his voice, never wore baggy pants or sagged his jeans. And on that cold November morning, he wore his favorite black hoodie, clean, tight-fitted, nothing flashy, and noise-canceling headphones that drowned out the world. But that didn't matter, because at 8:42 a.m., while he was walking through McLaren Park to get to school, he was tackled to the ground by two white officers yelling commands he couldn't hear. He screamed. They screamed louder. One officer punched him in the ribs. The other twisted his wrist until the bone popped. He didn't resist. He couldn't. The cuffs were cold. The gravel bit into his cheek. His phone lay shattered beside him, and the headphones, his birthday gift, were ripped apart, wire exposed. He tried to say, "I didn't do anything," but the knee on his back shoved the air from his lungs. "I got him!" one cop yelled. "Matches the description." Jalen blinked through tears and blood. "What description?" 2 hours earlier, a white woman jogging near the west end of the park claimed a black male in a hoodie tried to grab her purse. No weapon, no injury, no footage. Just a panicked 911 call. He was tall, black, maybe 18 or 19, wearing a hoodie. Black, I think. "Please hurry." That was it. That was all they needed. At the station, Jalen sat bruised and silent. His wrist throbbed like hell. No phone, no lawyer, no mom. He didn't know they'd called her. Didn't know she was screaming in the lobby. Didn't know the school had already labeled him a no-show due to arrest. Didn't know the officers were watching body cam footage and laughing. This kid went down like a sack of bricks. By noon, the video hit Twitter. Somebody had filmed the arrest from across the street. It was shaky but clear enough. Jalen walking, music in ears, the cruiser pulling up fast, the door slamming, the tackle, the scream. It spread like wildfire. A Jalen Thomas, wrong black kid, another one. His mother, Cheryl, finally got into the room. She cried the moment she saw him. His lip was split, his shirt was torn, and he looked so small in that plastic chair. "My baby," she whispered. Jalen didn't speak, just shook his head, tears running hot down his cheeks. The police claimed protocol. The suspect matched the victim's description. The local news aired the body cam video with no sound and said, "Investigation ongoing." Schoolmates posted pictures of Jalen in class, captioned, "They arrested Jalen? For what?" But the damage was done. He didn't return to school that week, or the week after. His mom took unpaid leave. His little sister stopped talking. The neighborhood brought casseroles like someone had died. They found the real suspect 5 days later. He was 22, wore a ski mask, had a knife, lived 3 towns over. Jalen's name was never cleared on TV. No formal apology, no drop charges, because no charges were ever filed. No charges were pressed, they said, so technically it was just a detainment. His wrist healed crooked. He flinched every time he saw blue lights, stopped wearing his hoodie, stopped walking through the park, stopped listening to music in public. He stopped being Jalen. His mother filed a civil suit. They called it frivolous. Marcus Hill, the same civil rights lawyer who defended Tony Williams, took the case pro bono. They built it brick by brick. The lack of probable cause, the racial profiling, the excessive force, the psychological trauma. It took 9 months to get a hearing, 9 months of nightmares, 9 months of silence, 9 months of being that kid who got arrested. The courtroom was packed. Jalen sat in a navy blue blazer, no hoodie, no headphones. He sat straight, said yes, sir, said no, ma'am. He told them everything, how he was walking to school, how he didn't hear the officers, how he didn't fight, how he begged. The judge listened. The jury watched the footage. One juror cried. They won. $250,000 in damages, a public apology, mandatory retraining for the department. The police chief said, "We take accountability seriously," but the damage was done. Jalen never went back to Millridge High. He got his GED online, started therapy, applied for college, wrote his admissions essay about the day he stopped being invisible. "I used to believe that being quiet kept me safe. Now I know silence only protects those who hurt you." Jalen Thomas.